All right, let's get to Dennis. We are live at the state capitol right now because the governor just held a news conference. Let's turn to Dennis Owens, who was at the news conference. Dennis.
What a day, Alicia. The governor did just wrap a press conference. More on that in a moment. The big headline today is that the state house, with a couple of Republican votes, did pass a budget, $50.2 billion, similar to previous budgets they passed. Senate Republicans have said that's too much money, too expensive. If we do it, we will be out of our reserves in a couple of years and have to raise taxes on people. That's why they are opposed to that. The governor held a press conference after the House passed a budget and ripped the Senate for, as he said, leaving town. He said, quote, when the going gets tough, the Senate leaves town and skips out on the job, and they need to be back at work doing the people's business. The Senate did not take up the House bill that just passed, and the governor's admonition, criticism of the Senate Republicans kind of capped a day that was full of blame and recriminations from one side to the other. Alicia, I might be dating myself, but do you remember the old Three Stooges sketch where there's two guys and Moe would come up and slam their heads together? That's kind of what the various sides did today. The only difference is in the case of the Three Stooges, it's kind of funny. When it comes to an undone state budget, not so much. Republican sound.
I'm not going to vote on taxing an already highly taxed population even more.
Democratic fury.
Our friends that lead the Senate Republican caucus refuse to negotiate in good faith.
Signifying nothing, as in no budget, now 100 days late.
I think what we're pretty confident in is they can't get 26 Republican votes for anything.
They, as in Senate Republicans, who have only passed a repeat of last year's budget. House Democrats keep passing a $50 billion plus budget that the GOP calls too costly.
None of this has been because we didn't want to do anything. It's been because their numbers have been so high.
Republicans also want policy changes in energy, schools, and Medicaid. Democrats say that's all negotiable, but the GOP is stalling to harm the re-election chances of a popular governor.
This is about politics, not policy. I respect you deeply. I want you to know something. If I believe there was a policy issue that we could come to agreement with, I would tell you it's politics, plain and simple.
Today has been a day of high rhetoric in this building. Unfortunately, it's been a day of little substance.
This library in the Ryan Building, one of several lovely spaces leaders could use to lock themselves inside and not leave until a deal is done, which does have bipartisan support.
We should do that. We did that in the past. Whenever Governor Rendell, we would meet at the governor's residence night after night. We went through it line by line.
Everybody talks about getting in a room. And yes, absolutely, we should get in a room.
And there are some lovely rooms at the Capitol. And then another one, this is the governor's reception room. They could be here. And a lot of people out there, now that the budget's 100 days late, saying, why aren't you in a building, in a room, and you don't come out till the deal is done? Lots of folks say, good idea, but they're not doing it. Senate has left town. And again, Alicia, this was the first time in months that both the House and Senate were in the building at the same time. They were here for 3 days this week, but did not get a budget done. That's the story from here. Let's send it back to you.
And Dennis, in the meantime, organizations or school districts, for that matter, are having to take out loans to keep operating, spending taxpayer dollars doing it.
That's right. There's interest and fees on those loans. Many of the cash-strapped districts are having to take loans to keep the lights on and keep operations going. And you know what? If you take a loan at interest, that money you got to pay in interest is money that doesn't go to textbooks or teachers or some other programs that you might want for education. It's basically wasted money. At some point, Alicia, the pressure is really going to mount. I feel like today was an important day. A lot of pressure and steam was let off as people were yelling at each other. Maybe that's what needs to happen to get them to get real serious. But at the moment, no end in sight.
In the meantime, you're all over it. Dennis Owens, thank you so much.
Hi, I'm Eric Finkenbinder from ABC 27. We're excited to announce the new ABC 27 News Plus app. Live stream newscasts or watch content on demand. This is different than the ABC 27 app on your smartphone. You can check this out at home and it's very easy to use. With a Fire Stick, go to the homepage, scroll down to search. From there, enter ABC 27. Move over to the apps and there we are. Click the icon and install. It's just that easy.